Millennium, the Seventh Day by Bonck. Chapter 9. Adiel and David. It's been 35 years since Gus was at Sean's house, and Sean and Laura are on the rooftop enjoying the evening when a messenger comes to the front door. Inner city or rural mail is mostly done by Malak's angels. This is because of their abilities to cover large distances quickly. The message is from Jerusalem. It says that Adiel, aka Gus G. Hubbard, has died and is translated home to his new home in the third heaven. A gathering of his family and friends will be made in 7 days in Jerusalem. The gathering is being held by the Lord Jesus Christ and will be at Pavilion 6 in the outer temple court. Transportation will be provided for you and as many of your family who knew Adiel personally. Adiel was a faithful servant and beloved of the Father. The list of attendees came easily and a return message sent. There will be 7 attending from Sean's clan. Some interesting changes had happened to Gus since his night spent at Sean's house. He had evidently enjoyed talking to Sean's sons and daughters so much that he decided he wanted to have some direct family from Vera in her old age. The Lord gave him a son just 1 year after the night with Sean. Gus named him David, after the greatest Jewish king to ever live. Since Vera's sons from her first husband had left home 80 years earlier and went to live in the northern settlements, Gus was able to spend most of his free time, with David. David is now 33 years old, and it is said that he looks so much like Gus, it's scary. At the gathering, there is an emphasis on the positive aspects of being translated to heaven, seeing the Father and having been changed from corruption to incorruption. Gus is now a saint. Sean and Laura are amazed at the sheer number of angels and saints in attendance. One after another complimented Gus for his character, his convictions, and his compassion. They kept saying he was a very special Anashi. He could receive and act on orders almost instantly. After the official activities were done, the complete news crew, the 5 others, Sean, Laura, Isaac, and Sally, Evelyn, and their families are gathered with Vera and her sons. They are enjoying refreshments and sharing stories about Gus. One of Sean's sons mentions to Nicholas, Vera's oldest son, how proud he must be of Gus, only to hear him mutter back, Gus was just one of Jesus' duped minions. He did what he was told, and now he's dead. He continued, where we live up north, we don't need your Jesus. We can get along just fine without him. We'll make our own laws, thank you. The members of the news team were surprised to hear the comment because they had finished having a complete pleasant conversation with Vera's sons, even to the point of exchanging addresses and family names. When Vera heard what Nicholas had said, she quipped in anger, "Nicholas, you can go now." The two sons just stared at their mother momentarily, and with pure anger in their eyes, they turn and storm out. Vera turns to the news crew and says, "I'm sorry that you had to hear that. You are all like family to me, and it hurts me that they are so angry with God. They were angry when they left to move north. Gus and I had hoped that they might soften with time, but it hasn't happened. I'm not at all sure why they even come today." Vera continues, "I was hoping when I heard they were coming that they wanted to meet their half-brother, David, but they would not come to the house before the service to meet him. And they came late to the service itself. They never said anything to David at all." Sally says, "We have their addresses. We'll write to them and let them know that it was nice meeting them." Vera says, "You have their addresses? Please let me know what it is. I don't actually have it. They mail me without return addresses. I only know the community name." Sally shows her the address, and Vera says, "This can't be correct. This is a location 200 miles east of their community." Isaac says, "They've given us false information. This is a one-way exchange, but why?" Sean says, "Regardless of why, we all need to talk to David to get to know him." As it turns out, everyone agrees that getting to know and talking to David is like talking to their old friend Gus. What a wonderful time they all had. End of chapter 9.